Mandy and Barbara are both making a birthday dinner, but one of them is a killer.
Oh boy.
Take a look at the image. Can you figure out who is the killer? Let's check. Mandy, the woman on the left, is making burgers, and Barbara, the one on the right, is making a cherry pie. Sure, that jar of cherry jam Barbara has looks suspicious, but there is a stained knife hanging out of Mandy's pocket.
Oh no.
Mandy is definitely the culprit. Sarah and David are late for work. They left their house in a hurry to get to the bus station. Take a look at the image. Can you guess which one of them is acting kind of dumb? Sure, David is trying to catch a bus that's already left the station, but Sarah is running in the opposite direction of the bus. Sarah is acting the dumbest in this case. Mark and Lisa have both said they could bring cakes to their office parties, but both of them are having a tough time baking the cake.
Oh no.
Take a look at the image. Can you figure out who is having a worse time baking? Let's see what we have here. Mark is trying to mix ingredients, but doesn't have a blender to mix. And Lisa's doing the same, but the oven won't turn on. It's definitely Lisa. Mark can mix it with a spoon, but Lisa can't cook without an oven. Becca wants to cross the Sahara Desert on camelback. She knows it's a risky journey. All in all, it will take her 6 days to do it, but there's a problem. She can only carry enough food for 4 days. None of her friends have all 6 days available. They can only do bits of the journey. How many friends should she invite, knowing they can all share their food with one another? She'll need to invite at least 2 people. Let's say Brendan and Tuck decide they want to tag along. By the end of the first day, they'll have enough food for 9 days. If they ate the equivalent of 3 days of food from Brendan's bag, Brendan would still have 1 day of food left to head back home and not need to cross the desert. Becca and Tuck can continue the crossing with an 8-day food package. At the end of the second day, the total food supply will be reduced to a 6-day package. Now, Tuck will have enough food for 2 days in his package and he can head back home. This will help Becca to finish the 4 last days by herself. Way to go, Becca! The company decided to have a fun day with its employees. A lucky person would win the latest laptop if they could get out of a tricky maze the fastest way possible. They had to beat their colleagues to it. Tom and Rachel were the only ones who said yes to the challenge, but it looks like they are both having a difficult time.
Oh my god.
Take a look at the image.
What's this?
Who is more stupid? Let's see. Well, Tom lost his glasses and he couldn't see anything. It's like he is trying to walk through the maze in a blindfold. And Rachel, she just needs to turn her map the other way around and she'll make it out okay.
Oh my god.
On a snowy winter night, a thief broke into a famous singer's house and stole a bag of jewellery. He didn't manage to get too far though, because a police vehicle passed by while he was escaping. The thief buried the bag of jewellery in the snow and hid behind one of the buildings. The singer immediately noticed that they had been robbed and called Detective Summer to help. The detective quickly gathered 2 suspects. Take a look at both of them. Can you tell who the thief is? If you dig snow with your bare hands, they will most likely turn red. Take a look at that guy's hand. They are burning red. He must be the culprit.
Oh no.
Holly and Polly grew up in a middle-class suburban family. They went to nice schools and universities. After they graduated, both of them moved to New York City to follow their dream jobs. But while Holly succeeded greatly in her career, making a lot of money, the same didn't happen for Polly. Today, Holly is rich and Polly is broke. Take a look at the image of both girls inside their apartments. Can you guess who is who? Holly is the one on the left. Although she looks like she owns some nice stuff, all of her home decor has price tags on it. So she's probably planning on returning these items to the store. Brendan was camping alone in a remote location. He left his campsite and hiked 3 miles south. Then, he turned east and hiked for another 3 miles. After that, he turned north and hiked for another 3 miles. After walking 9 miles, he was back to the exact same point from where he had left off. Plus, he got there just in time to find a bear trying to open his tent and steal his food. Take a look at the image. Can you guess the only place in the world where Brendan could be right now? It's the North Pole. That's the only place where you can hike for 3 miles south, east, and north and end up exactly where you left off. Becca and Emily were freshmen in university. They needed to go through a test to get into the very selective club. The test was to pick 25 red apples, 47 green apples, and 3 yellow apples in a huge garden. Take a look at the picture. Who do you think is acting pretty dumbly here? It's Becca. She thinks she's picking apples, but she is picking pears. She should have noticed that they were a different shape. Richard was road tripping through the south of France by himself. One afternoon, the road he was on got foggy and he ended up getting lost. The next town he stopped in was deserted. There was no one there. He was hungry and tired, and all he could see were 3 doors leading to different buildings. It was written that behind the first door there were a ton of pastries. Behind the second door there was all the water he could drink, and behind the last door there was a stash of €1,000,000. Which door should Richard open first? Well, the car door. Duh. Brian went on a movie date with Jane. As she walked toward him, he saw a woman snatch Jane's purse and disappear with it into the building of the movie theater. Jane didn't have time to see the woman's face, but she scratched the woman's arm with her long nails. The couple walked into the cinema and immediately spotted Jane's bag. It was on a bench between 2 women. Take a look at the scene. Can you guess who did it? Since Jane scratched the woman's arm, the thief should have a sore arm. The woman on the left was wearing long sleeves, so she probably wouldn't get hurt. The woman on the right is trying to hide a red scratch mark with her other hand. Yup, it looks like she's the one who did it. 3 people decided to spend their vacations in Antarctica. Bianca had some trouble with the harsh weather, but felt it was worth it in the end. Pablo had a great time photographing the penguins for his social media page, and Helena got to do some fishing while she was there. On the last day of their trip, passing through airport security, one of them got caught trying to take a penguin with them in their backpack. Take a look at the picture. Can you tell who it was? Let's see what we have here. Well, is that a penguin's feet poking out of Helena's backpack? It sure is. Guess she did more than just fishing during her vacation. Yikes.